December 23rd, 2018 was one of the scariest times of my entire life. If you're new here, hi, I'm Melissa. So let's go back to December 23rd, 2018. How was that a scary time for you, Melissa? I was laying on this couch. My husband and my two sons were decorating our Christmas tree. We were preparing for Christmas. I wasn't feeling well. I had acid reflux and I was taking my omeprazole. And it just wasn't helping. So I took a second dose. Laid down on the couch, tried to get comfortable, couldn't get comfortable. My husband's like, why don't you go to the doctor? Why don't you go to the hospital? I didn't want to. I said, no, I took my acid reflux medicine, should be kicking in here shortly. I'll be fine. And we were getting ready to go to my mother-in-law's as well that day. And my stomach just started progressively hurting even more and more. I started getting pain in my shoulders, started getting pain in my face. And in my mind, I'm going, oh my goodness, I'm having a heart attack. I ended up getting up. I had gone into the bathroom, began heaving uncontrollably, had cold sweats. Now I know I'm having a heart attack. And I came out. I had the garbage can with me. I said, we need to go to the hospital. First response was my husband was like, I told you to go to the doctors. I'm stubborn. I won't go unless I'm dying. And I'm convinced now I'm dying and I have to go to the hospital. We get to the hospital. I'm thinking the hospital thinks I'm dying because immediately they bring me back and put me on the heart monitor. My blood pressure, when they took it, when I arrived, because the pain was excruciating, was 220/100. Mind you, my blood pressure is normally around 120/72. Now I'm even triple convinced that I am having a heart attack. But when they put me on the heart monitor, my heart was fine. They did an ultrasound and found that I had gallstones. And then they discovered that my gallbladder was failing. And I'm in the ER. I'm again getting sick into the little basin that they give you. And then they gave me anti-nausea medication. That one didn't work. Then they had to come back and give me one slowly because they said if they gave it to me too fast, it could kill me. Great. It's fantastic. But on the way back to before I went to the hospital, on my way to the hospital, I called my family, my mother, father, sister. They were at my aunt's house for Christmas. And I told her we were on our way to the hospital. I think I'm having a heart attack. They didn't stop their festivities to come and make sure I was okay. They continued their festivities. I'll save that for another video. But in the hospital, the ER doctor asked me if I wanted pain meds. And I said, I really don't want pain medication. He said, why? And I said, well, a lot of people get hooked on that. I don't want pain meds. And he looked at me, he said, "You'd rather be in pain than to be comfortable?" About 20 minutes later, I asked him, I said, "Yeah, can I have some pain meds?" It was so bad. And then they told me, "We're going to have to send you home because we don't have any doctors to do your surgery." I said, "I'm not going home. I about died on my bathroom floor." So they kept me at the hospital. I was there the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th. So I spent Christmas at the hospital. The 26th, they woke me up. It was probably 5 in the morning and had me do an antibacterial bath. And they didn't tell me I couldn't use the restroom because they told me that I wouldn't be going down to the OR until like 10:30ish. But I called my husband and I said, "Hey, you're going to have to come up to the hospital because they're going to be taking me down soon." And I used the restroom because they didn't say I couldn't. Okay. I had to go. So I went. When my husband got there, they ended up taking me down even earlier than what they had told me they were going to take me down. So I'm glad he got there when he did. But the lady that was checking me into the OR, she wanted me to go in a cup. I said, "I wish somebody would have told me because I had gone a couple hours ago and I don't have to go. Like, I'm dehydrated. I don't have to go." She's like, "Well, even if it's a couple drops, you're going to have to go." And I just couldn't. I went in the bathroom, tried, and I couldn't. And I told her, I said, "I can't." And I said, "What do I need to go to the bathroom in the cup for?" She said, "We have to make sure you're not pregnant." And I said, "I can assure you I am not pregnant. I had my tubes tied in 2005. And I am not pregnant." And she said, "Well, we have to do the test anyways. So now we're going to have to do the blood test." She jabbed that needle into my arm and bruised me because she was mad that I couldn't go in the cup. They gave me the medicine to get me all loopy, and that works really fast, like a bunch of cocktails all at once. I got wheeled into the OR. They transferred me. They gave me some more medication, put the mask over my face. The next thing I know is that I vaguely remember them telling me to cough. And that was me in the recovery room, them removing the tube out of my throat. Let me tell you, I've had 2 C-sections. I would have rather had a third C-section than to go through that again because that was the most painful recovery I have ever felt my entire life. But he said, "I'm glad we did the surgery. Your gallbladder was trash." And so now I have no gallbladder, but I still have reflux. And for a while there, they don't tell you, they'll tell you you can eat normally. Don't listen to them. No, you cannot eat normally. Because if you eat normally, you're going to have to be by a restroom and immediately by the restroom because that stuff just passes right on through you. I am to that point in my life where everything has corrected itself in that sense. So I no longer have to worry about that and I can eat normally now. But it took several years. It's 2026. My surgery was in 2018. I probably just started being able to eat regular meals 4 years ago. So when they tell you, yeah, you can eat normally, no, you cannot. No, you cannot. Don't listen to them. But that was the day I seriously felt that I was having a heart attack and I was going to die. And it scared the bejesus out of me. And so I've been on a health journey ever since and trying to get myself back to where I should be. And I got to thinking, did my body give me signs before that? Actually, it did. And one of those signs was at work. We had like a pizza party. I can't even remember why. I think it was because the boss came up from Ohio. And I ate a slice of pizza. And then I just stood there for a minute. And they were asking me, "Are you okay?" I just remember getting really dizzy, extremely dizzy, to where I had to sit down. And I told them, I said, I really felt like I was going to pass out right now. I think that was my first warning sign that something was wrong with my body. My body was saying, hey, you need to check yourself. And I didn't listen and woke up the morning of December 23rd, 2018, in excruciating pain. I just thought it was my reflux and it was my gallbladder. So sometimes you have to listen to your body because it's telling you something's not right. And don't be stubborn like me and wait until you're about dead to do something. Because maybe that one time that you don't listen is going to be the last time, and you don't want that when it's preventable. So I think I need to take my own advice because my reflux has been acting up. But I think I figured out the main reason why my reflux kind of flared up on me, and it's because I took a multivitamin with iron, and I shouldn't have taken the iron because that can irritate your stomach lining. And yeah, just got to listen to yourself. Don't do stupid things. I know it's hard sometimes, but you got to do it. All right. So I think that's going to cut it here on this story. I have many more. I have a weird one about a coworker. I'll do a separate video on that because it has nothing to do with this video, but I just wanted to share one of the scariest times in my life. And if you had something similar, let me know in the comments and we can compare stories. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time.